Hey guys, I wanted to try something different in this video. I wanted to do a kind of story type video. So, of course, as you can see in the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my English class. But the thing about English class is I have so many stories that, like, I could probably do, like, a series. If you guys like this video, I will continue doing them. So, this story begins my senior year in high school, where we have to read two different books. And the way our teacher basically used these books as grades is he would give us like quizzes and everything, but he would also have us put in groups. So like half the class would have to do like these graded discussions, like they would have to lead the class in a discussion. And the rest of the class would have to do mini presentations. And so I had to do a mini presentation for a book called The Kite Runner. Now, I'm sure most of the viewers don't even know what that book is, but basically, it takes place in Afghanistan, and I forgot to sign up for this project, and the project was like 50 points, so it was a very big project. And I forgot to sign up for it. And like the weeks are closing in on our last days of senior year because the seniors get out a month early. So like the weeks are dwindling down. I only have like 2 weeks to throw this thing together and present it. And I haven't even like submitted my idea for it yet. And everybody else has gone. So I'm sitting in my class. I'm like, hey, James, do you want to like pair up for this project? And he's like, yeah, sure, what do you want to do? And I'm like, let's do like one of their wars or whatever. Because there was a ton of wars with like the Taliban and stuff like that. I'm sure you've heard on the news right now about that. But anyway, so he starts working on that, but he doesn't share the slides with me. Because we had to do a presentation, so I hate cars. I hate real life cars because they're so loud. He didn't share the Google Slide presentation with me. So the next week, he's finished it, and he goes up to present, and like the teacher, he never like changed on the form. James never changed on the form that like it was me and him who were presenting. So he presents on his own, and then I'm left there with like 7 days left and a 50-point assignment that I still haven't even started. So I go up to my teacher after class and I'm like, hey, I forgot to fill out the thing, like fill out the form of like what my idea is, and I know like we don't have much time left, like can I present next class or whatever? And he's like, sure, what's your idea? And I'm like, well, I was thinking about doing soccer because, they mentioned it a few times in the book or whatever. And he's like, okay, that sounds good. So I start my presentation that night, and I work for like 3 hours on it, maybe 4. I want to say 4, because it took me a while to find information on Afghanistan soccer. So basically, my entire presentation is just, oh yeah, they have a bunch of international teams, and they kind of were really bad, and then they got better, and now they're like somewhat popular in like those areas. And yeah, that's basically all. That's basically the entire presentation. But anyway, it wasn't that good. I kind of just threw it together last minute. And I get to school, and I know I'm supposed to present, so I'm kind of like waiting. And the teacher goes, all right, so today we're going to have Olivia present. And I'm like, what? Surely he's going to have 2 people present. And he's like, after Olivia goes, we're going to start our graded discussion. I'm like, oh, okay. And the next day comes by, and he's like, all right, so that finished up all our presentations. We can just have a little bit of free time left. And I'm like, what? What? So I'm like, I'm shocked. Like I don't know what I'm doing. So I ended up not saying anything actually, which it actually benefited me not to say anything because at the end of the day, like he didn't even grade it. Like he didn't even put in a negative grade for me. Like he just gave me the points, which was kind of weird because like we had a discussion about it, but like for some reason, I guess he thought like, hey, he's a senior. He's getting like a B minus. If he gets a lower grade than that, he's gonna have to take the exam. So I'll just give it to him, even though I actually did the assignment, but whatever. So yeah, that was my weird English class my senior year. I have more stories about that. I also have more stories about high school in general and middle school, so go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed this little story, and yeah. Also, do not read The Kite Runner. It is a very adult book, and it's so sad. But I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day.